Introducing Edward Osborne Wilson, ecologist, naturalist, and entomologist. E. O. Wilson was born in Alabama in 1929. He was always an outdoorsy kid and really enjoyed fishing and just observing nature from a very young age. In fact, he discovered the first invasive fire ant colony in the United States while he was still in high school. When he decided to become an entomologist, he wanted to focus on flies, but because of a metal shortage due to World War II, he ended up choosing ants instead, which would be very important to his career. Wilson received his bachelor's and master's of biology at the University of Alabama before pursuing a PhD at Harvard, where he taught and researched for 40 years, focusing on ant taxonomy and organizing insect pheromones based on patterns of communication. He published many books, two of which received Pulitzer Awards, was nominated the curator of entomology at Harvard's Museum for Comparative Zoology, and received the U.S. National Medal of Science, as well as many other awards. Wilson studied microevolution and extinction by exploring how minute environmental changes affected how creatures evolved and became different species, as well as exploring how social behaviors between species were similar, and hypothesized that social behaviors evolved as a result of environmental pressures. When Wilson expanded his exploration of social behaviors to vertebrates and specifically humans, he concluded that some human behaviors, such as hierarchy and biases, may be a result of previous environmental pressure. This made some people uncomfortable, and he wasn't widely believed due to the fact that they accused him of excusing biases and other unmoral behaviors as just being in your DNA. He would deny this accusation, sticking by his pioneering work in the theory of gene culture coevolution. His defense won him a Pulitzer Prize, and his work in sociobiology is now considered foundational. Thanks to E.O. Wilson, we now have a greater understanding of insect behavior, taxonomical understanding, and an even greater understanding of social behavior and the development of culture. His influence in ecology through popular science is explored in greater detail in the book Scientific Sublime by Alan G. Gross. Thanks to E.O. Wilson, we now have a greater understanding of insect behavior, In addition to Wilson's research, he also directly influenced a generation of life science scholars as a teacher and museum curator. He's remained active since his retirement as an advocate for conservation and a core contributor to the Encyclopedia of Life, which now contains information on almost every species known to science, including 400 species of ants that he discovered and described. He personally calls for the allocation of half the world for wild space, and the Half Earth Project for the E.O. Wilson Biodiversity Foundation was set up in his honor. Like Wilson, I never grew out of my bug phase and take a particular interest in evolution and behavior, but I think the most impactful thing E.O. Wilson has done for my life is something that affects you too. Wilson was a contributor and strong advocate for keeping our planet diverse and protecting our environment. We all need this planet and the life that is striving to thrive on it. For this reason, I'm pursuing a career in insect conservation where I might be fighting to save species that Wilson helped us understand. I hope his commitment is an inspiration to others to appreciate life down to the tiniest ant and strive to protect it. Sources for this research included articles from the Academy of Achievement, Britannica, Wikipedia, and NPR.